Hello, welcome back.
A troll. Entirely made from rock, but probably not as smart. Casananda, the world's second greatest lover. It would seem that small things do go a long way. And you are?
I am Casananda, ladder salesman and lover extraordinaire.
I don't know if there's anything particularly ordinary about that.
Oh, how we danced through the night. We danced and we danced till our socks were alight.
So you're the world's greatest lover, are you?
Second greatest, really. But the way I look at it, if people think you're number two, then they know you try harder.
So, what does the world's second greatest lover do with his time?
Oh, I'm always looking for fresh challenges, sir. I look at it as my duty to bring a romance and step ladders into the lives of beautiful women everywhere.
This ladder of yours.
Ah, the finest ladder in all of the disc. The old equalizer, you might say. It allows the lover of a reduced altitude the opportunity to kiss his lady on the cheek instead of on the...
That's quite enough of that. Now look, I need a ladder. Can you get me one?
Oh, no, I only have one. And I need it for my romantic adventures. Introduce me to a beautiful woman, closer to the ground. A wild woman, a fair and beauteous flower. And the ladder shall be yours.
I hope it comes wash and wear. Find some woman comatose enough to listen to that lot without screaming. That's a laugh for a start. Let's just stop all this now.
Unfortunately, it's not the end just yet.
What'll it be, lady?
Greetings to you, my good man. And who might you be?
Who?
You. I'm asking you what your name is. Who are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Amazing, isn't it? In any other city, you'd be mayor by now. Just tell me what alcohol you have to drink. And by that, I mean something which neither eats through the glass bottle, serves as host to a colony of sentient protozoa, or ends me up in any obscure, farcical little problems with chaos theory and butterflies.
That's all we've got. Protozoa. They're only little protozoa.
Ciliate or non-ciliate?
I think they're mostly rotifers.
Brilliant. He can't tie his shoes, but he can classify microorganisms. There's one for the education system. All right, give me one very alcoholic drink, complete with sentient rotifers.
You want I should make it look pretty with a couple of little amoebas on a steak?
All right, whatever. And they say the art of cocktail mixing is long dead. A tankard of ale. Well, sort of ale anyway, if you forgive the busy little creatures swimming in it. Oh, look, some of them are waving.
What'll it be, lady?
Greetings to you, my good man. And who might you be? There's one.
Okay, I thought he'd have more dialogue, but obviously not.
Matches. Normally I'm not allowed to play with these, but today we'll make an exception. one vampire. And a pathetic-looking one at that. I suppose you might classify him not as undead, but more as anti-living. And look at his teeth. I bet they'd get the blood out of anything. Strange, though. I wonder if they're real.
Oh, blood, blood, blood.
I'm sorry.
Nothing. Just trying to get into the role, that's all.
So, you're a vampire, then?
Indeed. Child of darkness, hell brethren, that sort of thing. Well, it's a job. Someone's got to do it.
So what do you do? I mean, I've often wondered just how a vampire spends its time.
Well, I am the knight, you see.
No, not really.
Well, that is just my point. How is anybody supposed to be the knight? It's not much of a job description now, is it? It's not as if you're even asked. Just one night you're walking home and woof, you're a vampire.
Is it that bad, though? I mean, think of all the advantages.
What advantages? You tell me.
Ooh, lower food bills, low-cost housing, and black goes with everything, of course.
Yeah, but it's this whole night thing that gets me. I never stayed out beyond 8 p.m. in the old days, and now look at me. It's like the black hole of Jelly Baby out there. I keep falling over. Being undead doesn't mean I've got eyes like a cat, you know. I mean, I wish I had, but I haven't. So if I want to do any really good stalking, I have to carry a lantern, which pretty much defeats the whole business. I look silly.
Well, is there some way other than just stalking?
Well, I tried advertising. Wanted. Victims to be drained of their lifeblood by a hungry vampire. Yeah, you'd be astonished at how little response there was.
Quite.
And when I thought about it, the whole business seemed wrong. So I decided to give the whole blood thing a miss and start sucking something else. So I started on strawberry jam.
Did it work?
Well, it tastes better, but now look what's happened. See? I rotted my teeth. Who ever heard of a vampire with false teeth?
I'd sympathise with you more if I didn't have this awful foreboding that I'm going to have to use you later on. As part of some overcomplicated little scheme.
Yes, we do need some blood.
You're not a vampire?
I am! Look! I've got the cloak! I've even got the frilly shirt. Think I'd be seen wearing this lot if I was alive? Look at this! That's for draining blood, that is. Yeah, terrified now, eh? Frozen by my powers. Hypnotized by the terror that strikes out of the night.
Gothic horror is dead at last. I wonder if anybody will miss it. So, this is it. You're just going to sit in here and avoid being a vampire at all? Haven't you got somewhere better to go than a seedy little bar?
Where should I go? Oh, you ought to see my home, my friend. A coffin at the graveyard. You call that comfort, 'cause I don't. I'll creep into the crypt at the dawn and not a moment before.
So yes, his home is at the cemetery. And that explains the glass of water next to the coffin as well.
A toothless old vampire drinking a Bloody Mary without much Mary? Can life or undeath offer any deeper degradation than this? If it does, I'm sure we'll soon find out. Excuse me, I think it's probably time for me to take my medicine.
Again, there's not much we can do here right now, but we will return. I think it goes without saying that we will return. These locations are here for a reason.
So this is the dead collector, huh? When I was a lad, I just used to collect butterflies. I suppose it's just a matter of scaling up.
Bring out your living dead. Bring out your living dead. Dead collected, corpses transported, guaranteed disposal to far-off climes. The dear departed stay departed. They like it so much they never come back. Highly recommended service. Well, obviously the transportees themselves won't recommend us, but complaints are never ever received either. Bring out your living dead.
Is it just me? The voice doesn't seem to quite fit with the character. He's
Dead, sir?
Dead? Of course I'm not dead. Do I look dead?
Oh, hard to tell sometimes these days, sir. It's just that if you're dead, then you're stuck in trade. Our post-mortem travel service offers dozens of very exciting internment locations.
Look, I am not dead.
Look, you seem a little bit peaky. Why don't you just hop on the old cart for a minute, and if you pop off, then it saves us all a lot of trouble.
If it's all the same to you, I think I'll avoid resting my backside on a pile of carrion.
Suit yourself, sir. I'm sure they don't mind.
Foreign climes? For a corpse?
Well, corpses have needs too, sir. It's not all just fun and games being dead. There's a sudden stiffness in the joints, continual growth of hair and fingernails, not to mention noisy poltergeists and neighbours who dislike being gnawed.
Ignored?
No, gnawed. You know, maggots and such like. Pshaw! Should hear the way some of them go on about it. I mean, it's not like there's anything I can do about it. Still, I thought the offer of a few exotic locations for internment might soften the blow, as it were, sir.
So, how is business these days?
Tailing off, to tell you the truth, sir. Most of the dead hereabouts nowadays provide their own transport.
What? They just start walking around all by themselves?
Yeah, bloody cheek. One minute you've got a livelihood, and the next minute everyone decides to be a zombie, all posh-like, and starts walking about and frightening school children. I've had to ruin myself, making my service more attractive.
Attractive? How?
Well, used to be we'd just take the stiffs and chuck them into the plague pit outside of the town. No, beautiful ceremony it was. Very touching, watching them slide down and go thump at the bottom of the hole. Real poignant, like. Now, though, you have to make it seem more attractive than wandering the streets as one of the walking dead. So now we offer transport to foreign climes. You know, sun, beaches, relaxation, that sort of thing. Hopefully it's just what your freshly snuffed corpse desires. A good holiday to get some of the kinks out.
Posthumous travel services. I wonder if he gets many return customers. Goodbye! Oh, lovely. A cartload of corpses. Still, I suppose it's nice to get out for a bit of a ride in the fresh air.
Hey, you, leave them alone. If you want to join them, you need to be dead first.
That leads to the mortuary. Can you imagine what horrors that could be kept in here?
Let's find out.
Fortunately, it's locked.
Oh, okay.
Jars, eh? I'd say somebody around here has a pickling fetish. I'm already in enough of a pickle. A poster. Ah. Neo-Fauvist post-cubist surrealism, I see. Oh, wait a minute, I think it's upside down. Let's leave the scenery alone. Slops. I don't think we ought to examine this one too closely. I'm not putting my hands in there. Reasonably sharp and not too much goo on it. A sharp cutting blade. Just the thing, a cold, hard slab of stone, and what's more, it's unoccupied. I'd need a good reason before I'd lie on that cold slab. I guess this is the bucket they all kick before they go. Nope, afraid it's welded to the floor.
Okay. I'm not sure what professions you need a welded bucket for, but we have one here.
Just the thing for putting his equipment on. I'm afraid I can't pick that up.
I ain't dead.
Granny Weatherwax. A tough lady, this one. Best to let her get the beauty sleep she so obviously needs. As she can't answer, there doesn't really seem any point.
Okay. I don't think there's too much left to explore.
Looks like the door to some secret society. Or my name isn't Brother Rincewind. Hello there!
Ha! A likely story. That's just the sort of attitude I've come to expect from you living fascists.
What? I never said a word.
Words, yeah, right. That's where it starts. Dead common, dead boring. You've used them. Don't say you haven't.
I'm not prejudiced. I'm dead set against it.
See, there you go. If there's ever going to be any justice for us undead, then we have to start at the grassroots.
Oh, a bit lower than that, surely.
Don't you try to dictate our level of activity. Lively, dead right. That's what we want. So if you're not dead, then drop dead. This club's for the children of the night, so if you want to live it up, right, you go elsewhere.
Charming.
Yeah, that leads to Mrs. Cakes. A genie bottle, eh? Obviously a good home for beings of the non-substantial persuasion. I'd better ask her about buying it. Sort of a sense of foreboding here. No, I don't think so. I have a nasty feeling that this skull motif will come up a lot later on. One crystal ball, complete with test pattern. Just snow. Guess I don't know how to work it. Mrs. Cake. You'd think a hat that size would sap her strength, wouldn't you?
I will talk to her momentarily. There's a couple of things we can do.
A closet, just the place for the odd skeleton or two. An ironing board might have a dozen fascinating uses. And as soon as I figure one out, I'll get right back to you. Why do I suddenly feel like I'm in a sports sim? Surf's up! Cowabunga, dudes! I've no idea what that means, but it sounds right. Yo! A closet, just a good assortment of jars containing all manner of the latest accessories for the modern medium. A dressmaker's pair of scissors. I don't really have any use for these. A petticoat. Ooh, silky. But at least you can see through it. If you want to, for any reason.
Whoops.
A petticoat. Such thin and delicate material, I can see clear through it.
Well, we already destroyed the petticoat.
A wooden arm. Doesn't look very lifelike, does it?
I guess damage has already been done, maybe?
A wooden dummy.
Okay.
Is it? Oh, I haven't been outside.
Hello there. Nice day. Eh?
What? How dare you?
I believe this is where we have some complications.
Well, now you're just talking rubbish. Order your thoughts, young man. Is it?
Hello.
What? Oh,
Look, I believe you're fouling up this whole conversation.
what do you mean? How do I do it?
I just don't believe the hash you're making of a simple conversation. How are you managing to do it?
Ooh, yes, that's what I am. Why, does it show?
She's talking like she already knows what I'm going to say. Is she a clairvoyant?
Well, it's nice to start all over again. I'm sorry about all that. Sometimes I forget I've left it on, you see.
Hello there. Nice day. Oh, damn it, we're back here again.
Eh? Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn my precognition off. There we are. That should be much easier.
I think I kind of sport that a little bit, because I think there was a specific order you can go through. But we're here now. It happens.
Phew, thank heavens that's all over.
I'm so very sorry about that, young man. I'll forget my own head next. Now, how may I help you?
A psychic, eh? Well, who'd have thought it?
You did, dear, about 3 minutes from now.
Do you really get away with all this? Just pretending to read other people's thoughts for a living?
Well, it's not as if I'm making money at it. Ask most people to crush your palm with silver and they look at you like you're some sort of beggar. The only fringe benefit these days is the ectoplasm.
Ectoplasm? What do you use that for?
Never you mind. I am too.
You're not really a psychic.
I will.
Prove it.
All right, ask them.
I know. Answer my questions.
Blue.
Describe my favourite colour.
A rash.
Describe what I got for my birthday.
Fat, toothless and covered with sauce.
Describe my breakfast.
Frilly underwear.
Nope. I just can't remember what I meant to ask just then.
I do, and you ought to wash your mind with soap and water. Now, why don't you just go off about your business? Or I'll tell all the nice audience about what you keep in your sock drawer.
Might I borrow that genie bottle you have on the shelf up there?
I tell you what, you can have the bottle, but only if you get me some nice, fresh ectoplasm.
Ugh, ectoplasm? What? That stuff that drips down walls? Sort of ghostly goo?
That's the stuff. Nice and slippery.
Won't the wallpaper get all sticky?
That's what the punters want these days, dear. They don't think you're a proper psychic unless there's ectoplasm sloshing all over the place.
Where does ectoplasm come from, anyway?
Ooh, you can wring it out of spirits if you can catch 'em. Squish it out of 'em like wringing laundry.
Is there much of a commercial call for ectoplasm? Gives you pause for thought. Well, that's enough of this conversation for me.
Okay, let's go and get this ectoplasm. So I believe the clue here was that the ghost actually haunts the building or the bricks. That's
A house brick. Nice heft. Good aerodynamics. There's nothing quite like a good solid brick to bring out the artist in a man. A house brick. Nice heft. Good aerodynamics. There's nothing quite like a good solid brick. Now pay attention.
Attention, yes.
You said that you have to haunt the stones and mortar of the guild.
Guild, yes.
Well, is there any reason why you have to stay here? I mean, if the stones are moved, then you can move with them. You could just hop into one of the rocks and I could take you somewhere more interesting.
Interesting, yes.
Are you listening to me?
No! Oh, ho, ho! Chucky, 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 chucky!
Just get into the damn stone.
Ho, ho! Chucky, chucky, chucky!
A brick haunted by my old pals Chucky and the Jester.
old pals. Oh yes, I remember that in the forum, in the thread, Tigger mentioned that there is one less voice actor in this game. But it works out that, I think it's 50, so there's 58 characters in this game compared to the first one, 75. But it kind of works out that the number of characters per actor is the same. But I actually quite enjoyed the voice acting in this game, to be honest. I mean, the first game was good, but I enjoyed it in the second game probably a bit more. I believe there was a comment here involving this high. Oh, wait a second. The accelerator. There was a comment, I think, involving. Oh, I really can't remember. There is a comment.
No, no, no. Don't you know it's wrong to mix spirits?
Oh, Chucky, 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 Chucky! Oh, Chucky, 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 Chucky!
Lovely. It's been a long day, and it's getting quite late, so please forgive my lack of high quality Let's Play entertainment.
Ectoplasm! At least I hope it's ectoplasm.
And I was correct in my assumption that each point of the shades on the map brings you to different entrances. I'm going to leave it here for now. We've explored the area. There's still a few items to get. We should complete Act 1 in the next episode. Should be this weekend. Yes, I will see you again soon. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you this weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.